Good morning, happy Sunday. It is 20 to 8. Andrew's been up since 5:30. So I've decided to get up because otherwise he might be halfway through the cake before we see anything of it. I need a shower. So I'm going to pop down, see if it's safe to make some breakfast. Then I'll have a shower. Then I'll probably take Charlie out and then we'll see. I'm not sure what I'm having for lunch. I'm thinking of going to Iceland in Goole, so I'll either get two of the little lunch pots that come in the deal, you know, the Slimming World lunch pots, or I'll get some meat and make a couscous. But what I'm thinking is I might need to stay out of the kitchen for most of the day. So I don't want something that I need to like make in the kitchen and get in Andrew's way. But let's go and see what he's doing. So we are in construction mode. Got 2 square cakes here that have been buttercreamed and crumb coated on the big cake board. Then over here he's just doing his next 2, using his tool to cut some of the top off.
I'm not using this knife. My tool's in my trousers.
Yes dear. You see all that cake that could go in my mouth, and look, there's even buttercream to go with it. Oh dear, this isn't going to go well today. Put it in the bin quick. So I think it's time for me to make some breakfast. So here's my breakfast. I've got a bacon and egg sandwich. I've got a 60-gram wholemeal roll for my Health Extra B, bacon and egg fried in Fry Light, and the tomato sauce, 50% less sugar and salt. I've got 15 grams of that for half a sin, with a coffee made with skimmed milk and an apple. Let's have a look over here. We're still constructing, and we've got another layer on. This layer's been added. So, can we see what it is yet? While Andrew just fixes the last piece on. It is, excuse me, it is a model of the building of Snaith Hall. I am trying not to touch all the bits of leftover cake that are being cut off. So there we go. So now I'm going to go in the shower. What Andrew will do now is cover the whole thing with buttercream, which is called crumb coating. And then what will you do after that?
Have a lie down, I think.
Have a lie down, yeah. So we'll see where he's got up to once I've got out of the shower. So I'm down from my shower. It is 20 past 10. The cake is in the fridge, chilling with the crumb coating on.
The shower's in there with it.
Yeah, I think somebody's a bit hot. We've got the door wide open. So this is your fondant icing.
Yeah.
And you're making white icing. What kind of colour? A brownie colour?
Well, not that dark, but I'm just trying to tint it a bit because it's just not quite right.
So is that for the walls, the brick?
Yeah.
Oh. So I'm going to take Charlie out and then we'll see where he's up to when I'm back. So we are on to the first stage stage of putting the fondant on. He's just meticulously measured this side panel for the building. So I'm going to Iceland now in Goole. I've got my water bottle with me. So if I'm gone an hour, love, how much do you think you'll have done when I get back?
Oh, I'll just finish this side piece.
We'll see, shall we? Should have shown you this as well. This is what I'm mainly going to Iceland for. I'm going to try some of the free food lunch bowls that are free on the plan on Slimming World. We've got a voucher that is 2 for £4, and you get naked burrito, Moroccan style couscous, pasta bolognese, coronation chicken, mushroom risotto and chorizo style meatball pasta. And that is valid 2nd of March to 15th of March, and you can pick these up in your group. So we'll go to Iceland and see what they've got in. So as you know, I have a creative genius taking over my kitchen, so I'm just doing a quick Iceland haul in the lounge, and of course I've got an inquisitive companion who's just run off with that one. Thank you, Charlie. Bear with me. So I got 6, leave it. I got 6 of the lunches. The only one I didn't get was the mushroom risotto because I don't really fancy that. So they are 2 for £4 at the moment if you have the voucher from Slimming World. Moroccan style couscous, coronation chicken, naked beef burrito, chorizo style meatball pasta, and I got 2 pasta bolognese. I've taken the cardboard off this one so you can see. They're in the freezer compartment and they take about 8 or 9 minutes in the microwave. And as usual with the Slimming World products in Iceland, you get the recipe. Recipe serves for ready in 45 minutes for the pasta bolognese, and all the nutritional info and cooking instructions on the back. So I got 6 of those. I got some ham trimmings because I found this last time I was in Iceland and it came in really handy for couscous and rice pots. So I'm going to split that up into 4 portions maybe and freeze that. I got some cappuccinos for Andrew. Skinny whips are £1 a box in Iceland. So I got the toffee and chocolate and the double chocolate. And then I did get 3 meals because they're doing, it's 3 meals with a free tray of vegetables. I knew we'd get that. So I got, this is one of my favourites, chicken sarg. Another one of my favourites, the beef kofta. One that I haven't tried yet but I really liked the look of is the rainbow bolognese. A colourful medley of spaghetti, beetroot pasta and spiralised carrot in a tomato and lentil ragu. And then the vegetables that I picked up was the Mediterranean style vegetables. So skinny whips are 4.5 sins. Not sure about the sins on the cappuccinos, but they're for Andrew. Everything else from the Slimming World range is free on the plan. I'm leaving the maestro to himself in the kitchen at the moment, but I will show you his progress shortly. But in the meantime, I'm going to eat my lunch. I did have the packet somewhere again to show you again, but I've lost it somehow and I can't find it. But it's the pasta bolognese lunch from the Slimming World Iceland range, and I've just put that on a bed of green leaves and a few tomatoes, and I've added 20 grams of cheese for half a health extra A. I would have added more, but this was actually just what was in the last of the pack, and I thought that might be trying to say something to me. So instead of opening a new pack, I just left it at 20 grams. So that's my lunch, and then I've got my lovely fresh fruit, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, grapes, and a cherry Pepsi Max, and a fidgety dog. Because he's just had some cheese and ham on his dinner. the torn ham. So Andrew's just found this for me. I don't know where it had hidden itself, but the description of the pasta bolognese is tasty layers of macaroni and beef bolognese with mushrooms and spinach. It's a 400-gram pack and it's 100 calories per 100 grams. So it looks like it's about 400 calories for that one, and obviously free on the Slimming World plan. And here we are with the progress on the cake. So we have all the terracotta walls on, and he's just about to start on the roof. Right, it's an hour or two later. I've had my lunch and I've filmed another video which will actually probably go out before this one. And we have the roof on. He wouldn't let me record until he'd done a bit more to it, but he's actually put all the grey roof on. We've got, I don't know, what do you call these?
I don't know.
So, like a piping that goes on top of the roof, but it's obviously stones. Then we've got the little triangle decoration at the front, and he's just starting to make a tiled roof tile effect. I'm trying to persuade him that it looks pretty good, but he's not convinced. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to take this one out for a walk and have a coffee and then see where we are after that. So back from our walk, it's about 4 o'clock. I'm ready to sit down with a coffee and a banana. I've actually been looking forward to this for quite a while because I do enjoy bananas. I still haven't touched one drop of this buttercream here because I know that once I get even one fingerful, that'll be it, and I'll be getting a little bit every time I go past. Andrew's got some snacks there that I'm going to try and persuade him to eat, and we've made a little more progress. So you can see the tile definition on the roof. We've got the strips of detail around the side and on the top. Windows and doors still to do. This side is done as well. I keep telling him how good it is, but he's not believing me. So I've just put one of these Slimming World fish pies in the oven for my evening meal. Obviously I'm trying to keep out of the kitchen as much as possible, keep out of Andrew's way, but I've also roasted my butternut squash, so that's ready for the next couple of days. And here's the latest progress. So we've got the steps up to the front door, the little green front door, and bricks, the brick effect all over the front. I think everything's taking a bit longer than he thought, so he is getting a bit frustrated now, but I just keep trying to encourage him and keep trying to keep out of the way. And this one as well. Have you got anything to say that doesn't contain swear words?
Not a lot, really, no.
Not a lot,
I'm
no.
knackered.
Knackered.
I've been at it
Since
11 hours.
about 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, oh dear me, I don't know what to do with myself.
After a lot of swearing and some repeat tries, we have windows. So he's been pressing out the little holes in the windows with a little tool. And no doubt by the time I finish my evening meal, which I'll show you in the next clip, there'll be more progress. I did tell him it was very ambitious, but I think he's done a good job so far. So it's not the best of presentations, but I've got the Slimming World free food fish pie. It's a generous portion as usual. Smoked haddock, cod and king prawns topped with comforting potato and parsley mash. And I've got salt and black pepper on there. And then I've got half the pack of Mediterranean style vegetables. A delicious mix of pepper, cherry tomatoes, courgette and red onion flavoured with basil. So that is all sin-free, speed food and very nice and filling. Hopefully flavoursome too. And I've got half a pack to eat with my lunch tomorrow. Here I've just lost my spoon. I've got some pear and I've got the lemon sherbet yoghurt for half a sin. So that is half a sin on the table. Everything else is free or speed foods. I've just cleared away all my dinner pots and got my supper ready, which I'll show you when I eat it. It's coming up to 10 to 7 and we have the front finish, all the windows on the front. This is a stand. There's a bit that lays across here which he's having trouble with, but he's hoping that that will be fixed shortly. The idea was to go all the way around with the brick effect and the windows, but I think he's just realised how much he's taking on with something like that, so I think he is just going to stay with decorating it at the front. But there's something going on at the back here which he won't tell me what it is, so we'll have to come back in a bit and see what he's doing. So while Andrew's just putting the finishing touches or some of the decorating to the sides of the cake, I'm going to show you some magic. So I bought this desiccated coconut from Morrison's. Can you tell us what you've done with it?
Yeah, hang on. Right, so I just put a little bit in there, about halfway.
Yeah.
And then I just added some food colour into it and shook it up and down.
We have got, does that look like grass? So let's come back in a bit and see what is he going to use the grass or the desiccated coconut for. I'm going to show you my evening snacks in a minute, but I'll show you the grass effect first and finishing off the stone effect around the whole of the cake. And the last job is to stick the letters on. So I shall show you that later. We might get the proper camera out for the final view. But that is desiccated coconut for grass. So here's my snacks. I'm going to actually come down and eat them in a minute. I've got a packet of the Foodie Market sea salt lentil bites from Aldi. They're 4.5 cents. One of the double chocolate skinny whips that I got from Iceland today. That's 4.5 cents as well. And a plum. So there's 9 cents there. I believe I've had one sin elsewhere. I've had a yoghurt and my tomato sauce. I believe everything else I've had has been free or speed or a healthy extra. So that would leave me on 10 cents with a coffee. So now we have the lettering on, and I think this may be the last clip for tonight, as there's a finishing touch that's going to go on it in the morning, and I am hoping to have time to show you the fully finished version in the morning. So you're brushing it with, what's it, black? What's this? Is it like icing colouring?
Well, you can use it for that if you want, but it's a dye, but in powder form.
Right, okay. Rainbow dust, black magic. So it gives it an aging effect, does it?
You can use it for anything you want, really.
I think that makes it look quite realistic. So we'll sign off for today and show you the totally finished product in the morning. Right, so it's actually still the same day. It's 9 o'clock on Sunday evening and Andrew has put the finishing touches on. So we have inside there, how many cakes was there? How many cakes did you make?
6.
6 Victoria sponge cakes of varying sizes. In the middle we've got vanilla buttercream, covered with fondant and moulded into the shape of Snaith Hall, the residential home in Snaith Village. And what I will do is insert a photo of Snaith Hall at the end so you can see what you think. So he's added some roof slats at the top. We've got this roof architrave thing, or roof tiles, roof tile effect here with the darkened stardust to give the aged effect. White windows, the famous green door and pillars of the entrance. This was the bit that he was having trouble with, but it seems to have hardened now. The black top of the entrance. Sarah and John, 5 years at Snaith Hall in a sage green. The stone steps up to the entrance. Then all around we've got the stone effect, fondant, and then the grass at the front. So this is a complete surprise, isn't it? For the owners.
Yeah. Hope I've got right there.
Yeah, I'm sure you will have. So how are you feeling?
Tired.
Tired? You've been at it since 6:30 this morning?
Yeah. Never again.
Never again.
Never
and you've
again.
hardly eaten, have you?
No, not much.
Just that plate of bits that I got out for you.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm relatively pleased with it. I mean, I've not done as much as I wanted to do with it, but yeah, I mean, I think they'll like it. So
we're going to take that in tomorrow in the car. Let us know what you think to the Snaith Hall cake, celebrating Sarah and John taking over ownership of Snaith Hall 5 years ago. So thank you very much for watching. Leave any comments below and we will see you next time.